and for them to give their key men a rest before the finals. And they'll need to do it the hard way if they want to make it through to the grand final, Sydney FC. A very special evening this Anzac Eve. Usually Brisbane have played this match on Anzac Day. In 2023, they're going Anzac Eve. A big crowd hoping for an upset tonight against the Sky Blues. And this weekend, the A-Leagues will be commemorating the links our game has with the Defence Forces of Australia and New Zealand. And we are going to pause for the Anzac ceremony.
Welcome to tonight's Anzac round. The Australian Professional Leagues, the Brisbane Roar and Sydney FC would like to welcome you to our very special Anzac service. Please stand for the mounting of the Catafalque Guard from 1st Regiment Royal Australian Artillery, commanded by Bombardier Dean Russell. Tonight, on the eve of Anzac Day, we remember those servicemen and women who've paid the ultimate sacrifice and keep those members who have served and are currently serving, particularly on deployment overseas, in our thoughts. Please be upstanding for the Ode, the Last Post and the Rouse. The Last Post and Rouse will be performed by bugler Warrant Officer Class 2 Paul McBurney from the band of the 1st Regiment Royal Australian Artillery. Now, please welcome Warrant Officer Class 2 David Morgan for the Ode.
They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia, to be performed by the band of the 1st Regiment Royal Australian Artillery and sung by Aisha Kingston Bull. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of our Anzac service today. Please remain standing for the dismount of the catafalque party.
Please thank the members of the catafalque party and the
A stirring ceremony to remember those who sacrificed so much for us. And let's get a check of the team news for this all-important round 25 clash. Just the one change for Nick Green from the trip across the Tasman. He has pushed left back Noah Smith to the bench and replaced him with Jordan Courtney-Perkins. Taras Kamulka has played all 10 matches for the Raw since his arrival from Melbourne City. He brings up game number 50 in the Isuzu Ute A-League. Nikola Milejuznic scored the opener last time these sides met, but if he is to have a similar impact, he's going to have to do so from the bench. No surprises for Steve Corica's Sydney. It's an unchanged side from that big win over Perth, captained by Alex Wilkinson, who will tonight play his 600th club match in professional football. He stands alongside Scott McDonald, Kevin Muscat and Liam Reddy as the only men's players with an Australian National League career of more than 20 years. Max Burgess leads the assists for the Sky Blues this season with 4. He'll be hoping to celebrate with some more in his 100th A-League men's match. It's been reported this week that Nick Green is not a contender for the permanent Brisbane Roar job, with former Adelaide and Melbourne Victory boss Marco Kurtz the front runner ahead of Hayden Fox and Ross Aloisi. But that isn't fazing Green, who is keen to raise the Roar to an unlikely finals berth. And Queenslander Steve Corica back in the Sunshine State, the Innisfail junior looking to end the finals of the sole A-League representative from his home state. Adam Kersey, the Queenslander, in charge of his 83rd A-League men's match. He actually refereed the final round match between these two sides last season. Brisbane Roar fans will remember that with glee. It was a 3-1 win for Brisbane, who ended Sydney's painful season with a defeat. And what a match awaits us in the penultimate round. We're into the final week of the regular season, and still we don't know the makeup of the top 6, and that is just how we love it in the Isuzu Ute A-League. Hasn't Henry Hoare come into his own at the back end of the season? Max Burgess, he's burst back into the kind of form we saw when he was at Wellington and then Western United. And Jez Lofthouse, a favourite of Nick Green since he's come to coach the side. Very limited opportunities until Green arrived. Now he's started 6 of the last 7. And Anthony Caceres, just 30 years of age, already up to 224 appearances